We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Mets and the San Francisco Giants. Giants baseball is next. Kevin Gausman will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Amed Rosario. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. D-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves. Line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Now the 1-0.
Ball. He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. Gausman is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind in the count, he tends to nibble a little bit. Then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson's under it, 2 down.
Batting third,
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And there's a base hit on the line.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. The 1-1 home. High and deep to right center. Back goes Yastrzemski at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And the run will score as the Mets have claimed the early 1-0 advantage.
That's why you have to close the door when you can. They had 2 outs, but the 3-hole hitter rips a single, bringing the cleanup man to the plate, and he does what he's paid to do, cash in an RBI opportunity with a well-hit double.
Michael Conforto is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. His career numbers against Kevin Gausman, he's gone 2 for 8. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
And he fouls this one off. Ready with the 1-2. On a swing, and he popped him up off to the left in foul territory. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. Bottom of the first coming up. It's 1-0 Mets. Seth Lugo gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point. And it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
And here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matty, when Buster Posey's in this lineup, he's a guy you have to keep your eye on. This guy's hitting over 450 his last 10 games. He's the guy I'm watching, but not only in this game, I watched him in batting practice too, and he was hammering the ball. When you get on a kind of a roll like he is right now, his confidence is soaring, and right now he's seeing the ball great.
The windup and the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. Grounded up the first baseline. Reined in. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Next to bat for the Giants, Mike Yastrzemski, having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including, and we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. J.D. Davis, the next to bat. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here it comes.
Ball 2.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have.
1 sec as that ball is into the gap in right center. Should be good for at least 2 bases. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
And that's his second triple of the season. For some hitters, that's a career. Good swing and great hustle to pick up the 3-bagger.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He'll start this one at 274. 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Davis, the runner at third with no outs. Hit softly down the line at first. Fielded cleanly. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily. Now to the plate, Yoenis Cespedes. And their runners at the corners now. A ball and no strikes.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
2-0 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. 2-2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or try to deuce the ground ball to get a double play.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Yoenis Cespedes becomes the first out of the inning. Fouled away. From the stretch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. The next 0-2 is taken. That's ball 1.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
This is on the ground over to first. Now a bluff home, but he'll go to second instead. Relay to Belt. They get 2, and that'll end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Mets 1 and the Giants nothing. Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0-for-4 line. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit out towards second. To second for 1. Relay to first, and Belt is gone. It's a double play. So base is empty now after the double play. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Evan Longoria. Line drive to center field. And this is going to be a base hit for Longoria. So that'll extend the inning with 2 away and bring in Buster Posey to bat.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. We're in the second. 1-0 Mets early on. Grounded weakly toward third. McNeil at second to finish off the force play, and that.
Welcome back to Oracle Park, home of the Giants, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. Coming into the day, they rank first in the league in both ERA and strikeouts, a combination that has opposing lineups searching for answers. One member of the staff told me, "It's a special group of guys. I've never been on a pitching staff that's so dominant top to bottom, and I've been on some pretty good ones." Now, one of the hitters on the team told me, "I'm relieved I get to stand behind them and play defense instead of staring them down in the box. That can't be fun." Matt, back to you.
Now batting.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Brandon Marsh.
First offering on its way. Brandon Marsh comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Two balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
3-0 to him now. Pitch on the way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
1 out, nobody on. Popped up. And Longoria's got it for out number 2. Stepping into the box, Jeff McNeil. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Here comes the first pitch.
The shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Crawford rounds the bag at first, looking for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Now that's the way you answer. They're down 1-0 already, but he laces the double and puts himself in the scoring position. That'll get the dugout fired up and excited to punch back.
Swing and a liner. Foul. And he'll try and get his man to third here as he puts this one down. The tag gets one. Now he'll look to third, but go to second. The tag, and he is out at second base. It's a double play. Back to the top of the order now. And into bat next, it'll be Alex Dickerson. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Behind 0-2 now.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Hit on the ground out to short. Rosario brings it in. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is. And welcome back to San Francisco as we send it down to Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Thank you, Heidi. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
And he fouls this one off. That misses. 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Coming to the plate now, Michael Conforto. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Misses. Ball 2.
He started this guy backwards. Couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
Fouled away. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Sharp ground ball to third. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
At the plate, J.D. Davis. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at-bat. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Two and one after the foul ball there. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. In now, Wilmer Flores. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And that misses ball 1. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Flores is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
Lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Long run for the right fielder, but this will land untouched. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes, the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, talking about making a pitcher work, Dero. 8-pitch at bat finally leads off to a base hit.
I got to be honest with you. After the 7th pitch, you start to get in auto swing mode. He could have thrown the rosin bag, and he would have took a hack at it. So hats off to him, not only battling for 8 pitches, but getting a result.
The right fielder.
Digging in, Hunter Pence. He reached on a single in his first try. From the belt, the pitch sent on the ground out to second, and that's going to be a base hit for Pence. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, Dero. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He's got to find a way to set his sights down, but if I'm the pitcher, I continue to climb that ladder until he makes an adjustment.
Grounded back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate, and not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, Dero, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
And he can't track it down. A base hit, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
The catcher, number 28. Buster.
Here's Buster Posey now. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. McNeil backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Brandon Crawford.
Getting a few steps off of second there. Now the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. A dive, and he knocks it down. But the recovery will come too late, and the bases are loaded now.
Now batting, the pitcher, Kevin Gausman.
So now to the plate, Kevin Gausman. Popped him up. McNeil has a play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. New inning set to get underway, and next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Moving over is Pence, and he's got it 1 away. At the plate, Yoenis Cespedes. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer. You have to understand, as the hitter right here, pitcher on the mound wants a quick inning. Anything over the heart of the plate, probably got to pull the trigger on.
Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
So he froze him for the strikeout. Yoenis Cespedes goes down for out number 2 in the top half. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
2-1 the count. Here it comes. Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And the pitch. Fastball is outside, and it's full now. 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Down in order go the Mets. Our score remains 2-1. Set now for the bottom of the 5th. And digging in is the outfielder, Alex Dickerson. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
1-0.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
This is swung on and bounced to McNeil at second. And that's the first out. Stepping into the box, Wilmer Flores. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Counts even at 1-1 to Wilmer Flores.
1-1.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Drilled on the ground to short. Rosario's got it. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Ready for another chance? Mike Yastrzemski hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
Giants center fielder ahead with a 2-0 count.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 to him now. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. walk. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Hunter Pence. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next hitter walks up to the plate.
The 0-1. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. And with 2 men on here, I'm rather surprised they're sticking with him at this point. I feel like we can all see the exhaustion from all the... Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Digging in to try it again, Ahmed Rosario. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no shot for Pence. This is going to land foul. The 1-2. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Stepping in, Brandon Marsh. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Grounded down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. This is back toward the mound, and this is taken for the out. So here's Jeff McNeil. He singled and later scored his team's only run back in the very first inning. He's 1 for 2. Right side. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. So it's a multi-hit game for him as that ball finds a crease into right field. And as you can see there on the team leaderboard, he's currently pacing the club here as we approach the midway point of the season. Now here's the Giants manager making that slow walk to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball 1.
Hey, I know the tying run's at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
1-1 the count. Has a look, now the pitch. Inside and low, 2-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Line toward the gap in left center, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Hey, nice job all around right there. He's able to get a head start, full count, 2 outs. You know he's going right there. Batter didn't come out of his zone, no. Drove a nice single into the outfield. Now we got runners on first and third.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. 0-1 the count. 0-1 count, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with strikes.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will Paul Sewald enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
Longoria.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays. The pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Gil, on a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
On to first, and they turn the double play.
Now batting.
Brandon Crawford digging in next. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends. 7th inning ready to roll, and that'll give way to the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Jondo Gustave is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Here's the first pitch to him.
Count 1-0.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
And he looks at a slider in there. 1-1.
1-1.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Yastrzemski's got it, and there's one gone. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And the pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting. Left field.
Coming to the plate now, Yoenis Cespedes. No hits to this point.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
Here it comes.
0-1.
We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel. 2-1 our score. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Down 0-2. Maybe simplify the game plan right here. get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
And this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. And he will not have time to recover it short. That's an infield single. Robinson Cano will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Lifted in the air out to center field. Yastrzemski's got it for out number 3. Mets strand 1. They still trail it. Jeurys Familia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Yolmer Sanchez is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Swing and a liner. And that's out number 1. And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson. Here's the first pitch to him.
1-0.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
3-0 to him now. And he misses, ball 4. So coming to the plate, Wilmer Flores.
The second baseman, Wilmer.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard towards center. In there, a base hit. Digging in once again, Mike Yastrzemski. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
Conforto is there now, and he has it for the 2nd out. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning. So here's the cleanup hitter, Hunter Pence. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end. Fernando Carrasco is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Fernando Carrasco.
Ready to begin the 8th, and up next will be the shortstop, Amed Rosario. At the knees, strike 1.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Carrasco, a native of Arizona, he's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Fouled off. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And another foul ball. Fastball swung on and missed for the 1st out.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Brandon Marsh comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one, and it's fouled away. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. At the plate, Jeff McNeil. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. No balls and 1 strike. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Grounded softly to the right. He's got it. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. And a high down 1, 2, 3. They're down 2-1. Bottom of the inning now. And here comes the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Pitch on the way. Left side, but well foul. Now here's a swing by Belt, and he gets a lot of this one. Out to deep right field. And that ball is over the wall out toward the cove. A home run. A solo home run here for Brandon Belt. Number 13 for him on the year. And it gives the Giants a 3-1 lead.
And everyone in the home dugout just seemed to breathe a little easier. They're up 2 and only need 3 outs in their bullpen to wrap up the W. It's always nice to work with a little extra wiggle room.
Brad Brach is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 29, Brad Brach.
Into the box, Evan Longoria, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swung on and missed. That strike 2. This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Marsh is there, and he has it for the first out. Now at the plate, Brandon Crawford. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Runners on first with 1 down. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. Fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
The 1-2. A bouncer up the middle. McNeil's got it for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 for the Giants. So here's Pete Alonso. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss at the curveball. A great pitch call there, and that's the first out here in the ninth. Now at the plate, Michael Conforto.
And you may notice the usual closer is not in the game here with the save opportunity on the table.
Yeah, he's worked a few days in a row, Matt, so we were told before the game by the skipper he wanted to avoid using him if possible. So that means they will look to close this thing out without him.
Reyes Maranta gets the call here as he'll try and look for one out to finish this thing off.
Number 54, Reyes Maranta.
First delivery to him on the way. J.D. Davis is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the season.
And he'll make the catch to end it for the final out. And the Giants have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. San Francisco took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Kevin Gausman earns his 8th victory of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Giants, 3 runs on 13 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Mets, 1 run on 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting out in the NL West, the San Francisco Giants grabbed 13 hits in the game as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-1. It was their 5th straight victory. The Dodgers swatted 4 home runs in this one as they were winners in extras against the Diamondbacks 9-6. The Rockies allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 5-0. Tyler Glasnow collected win number 2 on the year as Atlanta downed the Phillies 9-5. The Miami Marlins knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-1. The Nationals totaled 11 hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 7-4. Christian Yelich drove home 3 runs, helping lead the Brewers to a victory over Toronto 9-8. He leads the entire National League in runs batted in. The Yankees got 11 hits overall as they took down the visiting Orioles 9-6. Eloy Jimenez had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, leading the White Sox to victory against Detroit 10-6. The Red Sox put together 10 total hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 6-4. Yohan Ramirez grabbed his 2nd win of the year, helping Seattle take care of the Rangers 4-3. The Twins pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they stole the victory in extra innings over the Astros 4-2.